Hello, hi guys. Hi, my name is Christine, and I will be with you for today's session live from Gloucester. I'm really looking forward to this session today because I think we can definitely share some personal experiences and some good tips as well. So let's start with Arush. Arush, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
My name is Arush Kumar. I study in class 5F. My school name is LWT School University, Kolkata. My favorite hobbies are playing, singing, dancing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And what did you do, Arush?
Today, first I woke up in the morning at 8 o'clock. Then I got ready. Then I went to school. Then I came back from school at 4 o'clock. Then I was playing for some time. Then I joined 6:30 to 10:30 online classes, and I'm joining the class now.
Thank you very much, Arush. Okay, so Arush, can you tell me a bit? Why do you think people can't control their anger? What do you think is the issue?
Some people can't control their anger because they can't see beyond their anger. Anger always comes from frustrated expectation. Most of the time, anger comes from frustration, which has very bad.
Arush?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I couldn't hear you, Arush. What did you say, please?
Can I say again?
Yes. You said frustrations and then it all went
Some
away.
people, after frustration, some people can't control their anger because they can't see beyond their anger. Anger always comes from frustrated expectation. Most of the time, anger comes from frustration, which has very bad import.
Okay, very good. Excellent. And what about you, Arush? Do you think you've got really bad, do you think you have anger?
No, not that much.
And when you do have anger, what is it that gets you angry?
When I get irritated, when my smaller cousin irritate me a lot, on that time I say I'm not going to do anything of your. Go and tell to your mother. So I just go to sleep.
Okay.
I scold them and go to sleep.
Your way of getting around it is really going to sleep. Is that the way you deal with it?
Yes, whenever I sleep, I deal on that time.
Okay. And how would you suggest for someone who has anger, how do you suggest that they should deal with their anger issues?
We should not do anger physically, immediately. Sorry, physically and emotionally. We get depressed. Thank you.
Yes, but how do we handle it? What's your advice to someone who has it?
Listen music or go for a party or plan a party with your friends and go outside and do bicycling. Or watch a movie. Look at it and watch a movie.
Okay, very good. Good, excellent. And can you tell me, sorry, Arush? Arush? Okay, I can't hear you too well. Okay, now that's better. Okay, so Arush, can you give me some more positive things that you have done when you felt angry? So can you give me a story from your own life, okay, where you've had anger and you then, made yourself feel a lot calmer? How did you deal with it? Can you remember a story from your life?
I don't have a
You don't have a story from your life when you were angry? No? Okay.
Sometimes I get angry when I'm very much irritated.
And what happens?
Everybody just say at the same time, I don't do this, I don't do that. On that time, I just irritated and I say, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sleep.
And how do you feel? How does it make you
then
feel?
After that, when I go to sleep, then I feel a bit fresh, and when I woke up, I forget those thoughts.
Okay. And so that's your way of dealing with it, going to sleep. Now, can you think of other healthy things that someone can do to, not after they are angry, but before they are angry, to prevent their anger levels going up? What can someone do?
If somebody is going to be angry, so I will suggest them, before getting angry, forget those thoughts or write those things on a paper and just burn it or throw it. And then after that, go outside to do something, for a walk or for cycling, or just for, what do we say, for a walk.
Okay. And do you think, do you ever use these methods yourself?
Yes.
Which ones?
Cycling one.
Okay. And how does it help you? Why do you think it helps you?
Because if your anger is going to be very much high, or so your BP, blood pressure will be very high.
Okay.
And I feel scared about the blood pressure whenever I hear this word. I feel a bit scared that something doesn't happen to me with this blood pressure.
Okay. Okay. And so you think that all this blood pumping through you, it's good for you when you're exercising, because do you know why we say exercise is good for you, to get your blood pumping? Do you know why it's good for you?
So if you do exercise, so you will be maintained. So you will be fit and fine, and you can remember everything nice. And
Very
you will be
good.
healthy.
Sorry?
It will help in our mentally, physically.
Very good, exactly. It's very good for your mental health. It's very good for your mental health. And it gets the blood pumping, gives more oxygen to the brain, which is why it's really, really important as well. Very good. Okay, so now why do you think, now we've spoken a bit about you and why you get angry, and you told me a bit of an introduction, which you did very well, but I know that you read it from somewhere. But why do you think most people cannot control their anger? Why do you think they just can't control it?
If they can't control anger, so they are frustrated from so many things, so that they get angry. And to control anger, I have also told the points. But if you can't control still your anger, most of the people get angry over small and simple and silly matters, which not only harm the self, physical and emotionally, it also pollutes the whole atmosphere, office and home. Whole atmosphere, office and home.
Very good. And what would you say to these people? What would you say? How would you talk to these people to tell them not to get so angry? and to control it, what would you say to them?
They should take healthy balanced diet and exercise also, and yoga
Very
also. That will forget every anger thoughts which you think every time.
good. And have you ever met? Yes.
And stress level will be also very low then.
Very good. Very good. And have you ever met anyone who has big anger issues?
No, ma'am.
You've never met anyone who couldn't control their anger?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Has someone ever been angry with you and you thought they didn't control it? Has it ever happened that
Ma'am,
someone
my
was
teacher.
your
My class
teacher? I thought so. So tell me what happened and how did she then relax?
Whenever she is very frustrated, she just shouts. She just started shouting in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And if you also outside from my classroom, you can still hear her sound shouting.
Mm-hmm.
So ma'am just
Okay.
says she speaks very loudly and says, "Be quiet, everyone."
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how did she calm
But I
down?
sit idle. When she calms down that time, if she just gives us any exercise to
Mhm.
do when she is free, and she just goes somewhere out for 10 minutes. Then she come back. Then she asks, "Have you all did?" So then she is a bit normal and she doesn't shout.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you very much, Arush. Thank you, Arush. Okay, so let's move on to Shamili. Hi, Shamili.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Ma'am, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Shamili, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Okay, so my name is Sharmini Sarfani and I'm from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, India. And I'm a college going student. I'm 19 years old. And my hobbies are dancing, playing video games, interacting with people, and singing.
Shamili?
Hello.
Yes, Shamili?
Okay.
um, Shamili? Shamili, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we have stuck network problem.
Yes, I can see. No worries, no worries. Can you repeat what you were saying, please?
Okay, so for today's day, I would like to say that it was a quite normal day because I woke up early and then I went with my mother. Actually, she's having a leg ache, so I just went with her to the doctor, and then I just came back, had my lunch, then I had my shower, and then I just went for a walk, and
Yes.
then I just joined the class. That's it.
Okay, very good. Okay, so why do you think people can't control their anger? Shamali? Oh dear. Shamali,
Yes, ma'am.
why do you think people can't control their anger?
Ma'am, actually, I feel like they just don't want to listen any other perspective or don't want to see the other point of view the other person is having, and they don't want that someone to control their thoughts or actions.
Okay. And what do you feel like? Do you think you are one of those people who can't control their anger, or?
Ma'am, ma'am, I won't be able to hear you.
Do you think you are one of those people who can't control their anger?
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes I do. I just won't be able to control my anger. So I just sat down and just do something which make me calm.
Okay, very good. And can you tell me what do you do? So when you get angry, what is it that makes you angry? And can you take me to the whole process when you can't control your anger? What happens? What is it that makes you unable to control it? And then how do you deal with it afterwards?
Like when I feel angry, I just calm. I just sat down in a place where no one is there, and I just start listening to music or just calming my anger by counting back, like back counting 10 to maybe 100 to 1. So it just for keeping my mind just to focus on any other thing, just to be quiet. So I feel like this is the thing maybe we can all do to control our anger.
Okay, very good. And how? And what if so someone is suddenly angry with you? How do you deal with that? What do you say?
Ma'am, like in a particular time when the person is angry, I just simply say sorry and just go away because in anger, whatever you say, the people is not ready to listen or they don't want to listen actually. So I give some time to be in a normal state, the particular person, and I just went for and just have a normal conversation, and there's all is good. Then after that, everything is fine.
Okay.
I wait them to cool their anger by themselves.
Okay. And can you give some like tips in general for someone to control their anger? So from before they are angry, so when they see that they are going to lose their anger and then they're going to lose it. Can you give some tips for someone who feels like they're about to lose it? How can they control it from before?
Ma'am, first of all, we should don't like if you're angry about a particular topic or something, you should just stop talking about that and just take a step back. Even after the people is just poking you again and again, just be calm and just don't listen to them. Just ignore them for some time. And after, if you are getting towards something, like if you are getting into it an argument, then I feel like you need to just listen. Just it's fine to be wrong. It's not that like you always be right. And if you are wrong, then you should just okay, I am being wrong. You should accept it and just move on with things. But we can. That's how we can only control anger by accepting the things.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Sanjana. Hi, Sanjana.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, Sanjana. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Yes, ma'am. I am Sanjana. I am from Tamil Nadu, Perambalur. I am studying 7th standard in RVB Metric High Secondary School in Thurayur. My hobbies are drawing, painting, and reading books. Thank you. Today's day, today also like a normal day. Today I wake up at as usual. Today also I wake up at 7 o'clock and I ready for my school and I went to school. And in school I came to my home and I play with my friends today. And I write something and I joined your class, ma'am.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So can you tell me why can't most people control their anger?
Ma'am, the anger is come because of the family problems and more stress and more works and financial problems and many things. And
Okay.
yes, and when people haven't desired to one thing that is didn't became true, that time that person haven't more anger. They cannot control ourselves. That
Okay.
desire is don't become true, so that people have don't control the anger. And the ways to um, I control my anger. I went lonely, and I went lonely a walk, and I control my anger. And sometimes I cry, and my anger is decreased.
Okay. So why is it that you can't control your anger though? What is the reason why you can't control it?
Mom, the reason is we haven't more desires in that one thing, but that is no don't become true. So that uh, we don't control our anger. But some people's control our anger. Uh, that peoples are saints.
Mm-hmm.
They
Okay.
only control our anger, and they only the servant to God, so that they can control our angers.
Okay. And what is it that gets you angry, Sanjana?
Mm, Mom, I doing any interested things. That time anyone disturb me. That time I get in more anger.
Mm-hmm.
And and my mother or my father angry with me.
Mm-hmm.
That time I also get anger, and I'm get sad moment.
Okay. And can you tell me an example where in your life where you a story, okay, where you just couldn't control your anger and you had a big angry outburst, and then what happened afterwards? So can you remember a story?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, mm, on that day, my anyone teases me, I get an anger.
Mm-hmm. So you
On that
can't
day,
control it.
yes, on that day, my brother came to my home, and he said, "Why you did not start an YouTube channel? You are lazy. You don't. You cannot. Uh, uh, you you cannot start the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you don't want that. You are like you are the no. You don't draw beautiful. That like my brother teases me. That time I get
Mm-hmm.
more and more anger, and I cried, and I came to my mother, and I cried, and my mother said, "You one day you start an YouTube channel." My mother motivate me and encourage me. After that,
Mm-hmm.
my anger is controlled.
Okay. And can you tell me, Sanjana, um, when you um, had this angry moment where you couldn't control your anger, um, you told me how did you control it? So you controlled it by not control it. Sorry, how did you calm down? You calmed down by crying, and then you went to your mum. But now, before you couldn't control your anger, could you give any tips to someone who can't control their anger? How they can maybe when they start getting angry, they can calm themselves down. Do you have any tips for them, for anyone who gets really angry and can't control their anger? Do you have any tips?
Yes, ma'am. Mom, my grandfather also like a most angry person. Yes, uh, he is angry for some small things also.
Mm-hmm.
Like they want my grandfather have a heart problem.
Mm-hmm.
He My grandfather heart is open
Mm-hmm.
heart surgery, so that he want to control our anger, and he want to control their pressure, so that only he lives more years. He want to know the situation of our health. That is first tips. And next thing, we are in more angry. That time many persons smile to you, and they are speaking, they are seeing our situation, they are encourage you. That time our anger are controlled. And next thing, we are go to lonely walk. That time we see the nature and sceneries, and any birds or anything, trees, that and we go like rivers side and beach, seashore. That time we get an we see that scenes. That time we get an that anger is decreased.
Okay, the anger
That
is
is an
decreased.
yes. That is and we do exercise also.
Exactly.
That relax our anger.
And if you're relaxed, you're more able to control your anger because you're starting from a very relaxed state. So you can't really, if you start tense, it's going to be impossible to control. But if you start relaxed, there's a longer leap to that. Very good. Okay, excellent. So we're coming towards the end of the class. Would anyone like to comment on what your friend said? Any final words that you would like to have? Anything that came to mind?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Sanjana?
Yes, ma'am. And next story is my friend on the day said, I don't have much friends. I only have 1 or 2 friends. That time, because of on the day I get in more marks in test, so that my friends are saying you are my enemy. You get more marks, I get in low marks. So that I feel very sad, and
Of course.
in I get a good mark. That time I want to be happy, but my friends said that I haven't. That is a most sad moment.
It is. Well, thank you very much, Sanjana, for sharing that. Thank you guys for sharing with me your stories and your opinions. Well, we've seen that some people can't control their anger because they get very frustrated and with things happening repeatedly to them. That was quite a common theme that has come out in all the stories. So there's, of course, being teased, different things happening to you, anything that amounts to a certain amount of frustration will get you fired up, so to speak. So you won't be able to control it, but you need to start from a very relaxed point of view to be able to control your anger. Some people are naturally good at that, some aren't. But thank you very much for sharing your opinions and your stories. And I wish you all a good evening and a happy weekend. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Well, bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.